everyone, the FarmSim guy here, hope you're all doing well. Today we are here to have a look at Ashton Corners from MRG Mapping. Now, this was a map that came out right at the end of FS22, and MRG was trying some really clever stuff with different seed types and different crops. Never quite got it over the line just because FS25 was announced and things moved on, and so I am delighted to see this back for FS25. Now, this is beta. This is available for you to download at the moment. There are a few things that still need tidying up on it. He is working diligently to get those resolved. So if you do download it now and you spot anything, do make sure you go to his Facebook page, drop him a note and let him know so he can tidy things up. But without further ado, we are just going to have a little bit of a drive around. We're going to show you the farms, going to show you the PDA, and generally get a feel for this. Personally, I mean, I am a fan of MRG's maps, so I might be a little bit biased, but there is a certain, I don't know, you get a feeling from his maps. He's very, very good at landscaping and laying out his maps. Obviously, this is based on a real-life location in Wisconsin, and I had the pleasure of visiting Wisconsin at the end of last year, of course, famous for its cheese. But the reason we were there was because the Case IH factory is in Racine there as well. So, again, a little one close to my heart, this. So let's have a little bit of a drive around. Let's have a look at it. Let's jump to the PDA first, though, and have a quick look at that. So there you have it. There is your PDA. We are down at this farm here, just in the bottom corner here. Now, I'm slightly unsure as to how many fields there are, because the numbers are slightly awry. Look, we've got 50 here, and then we jump to 69. We've got 100 if you want to buy the whole map as well, which is $0, pounds or euros, whatever you're working in, which I always like to see. But I've loosely guesstimated there's probably around about 60 land areas that you can work on should you need to. Now, some of them are linked to farms. Some of them are obviously just fields on their own. You'll see some of these strip fields, as we can see here, common for this area. So we've got soybeans through there, a lot of corn in here as well. MRG's also added alfalfa to the map, and we've also got corn stalks, which is brilliant, and soybean straw. So couple of additional things to consider there. Now, we'll come back to the corn stalks in a little while. There is a mod that he's added to the map to allow you to shred that straw and use it for bedding for your cows. In total, there are, as far as I can count anyway, 6 farms. We've got the one we're on at the moment, the main farm in the centre, which is a big beast, and we'll go and have a look at that in a little while. We've got one down in the bottom here, at field 72 or farmland 72. We've got the dealership just here, and then we have a small farm here at 62, another one here at 61, which has also got the grain sell point across the road, and then up in the top corner here, just over here, we have got another dairy farm as well. Of course, Wisconsin, certainly this area of Wisconsin, very heavy dairy farming area. We've also got the animal sales here, milk sales, and a few purchase points as well, so we'll go up and have a look at that. So what we're going to do, we'll drive along this road here. There is a road down this side, but all you'll see is these fields here, so we can see them running along the top. We'll drive along here, we'll stop at the main farm, have a tour around that, we'll head up, have a look at these farms up here, and then we'll maybe head down here, finish down in these farms in the bottom corner and the dealership down there. We also have the town here as well, so we can have a look at that. But we'll just drive around, give you a feel for the map. It is very, very nicely done. I'm impressed. Now, like I said, we do have alfalfa as an additional crop. Now, I know it's showing alfalfa twice here. That is being rectified in the next build. But slightly modded crop calendar as well. So you can see things, particularly corn here. You can harvest right through to December. So slightly tweaked for the US environment that it is in. But everything else there, as you can see, spread across the year. Alfalfa's an interesting one, though. Obviously, you can bale that straw as well, and you can use that for turning into silage, and we'll look at that through some of the stave silos we've got here as well. So here we are, Farmland 1. We have got a barn here, very traditional Wisconsin-style barn. Pop the doors there. You can see you've got cow shed underneath, for your cows to feed and eat. We have, if we go around here and up the ramp, we've got some nice storage up here too. Now this silo here doesn't appear to work. Some of the other ones do. There we go. As you can see, brilliant storage there for your straw, should you want to. Now, some of these do with an additional blower, which I'll talk about in this one. This one looks like it is cosmetic, though, so I'll need to double check with MRG on that one, but at the moment, that one doesn't appear to have any triggers attached to it. It might be something he's adding to later on. We've got the farmhouse over here, too, with a garage. We've got a machine shed over here. This is for cob corn, I think. A drying unit for cob corn. Somebody with a little bit more knowledge of this area of the US might be able to tell me exactly what that's for. But there we go. Another shed there, more traditional shed. And in here, big storage for vehicles. You can see my store deliveries hatchings in the corner there. Here we have a field of soybeans in front of us as well. Again, you saw on the map there before, predominantly corn and soybeans. I believe he's going to switch out this texture as well, for antlers soybean texture, in the next update as well. So we'll look forward to that, because antlers textures are very good indeed. So a relatively small farm. If you want to use this to start on, there are much bigger ones. So let's head along and have a look at those. As always, I know I'll get asked the questions. This is from Northwest Mods and Edits. The Ford Super Duty. Absolutely brilliant truck. So, definitely one to check out if you like the look of it. But let's head along the road now and have a look at the main farm. So, just running along the road here, you can see how big some of these fields are. Some very nice fields indeed. Lovely shapes and sizes. There's some small stuff. But equally, we've got some nice large stuff. There is one of the other farms as well. We'll go and have a look at them. And you can see the rolling landscape as well. This isn't a flat map by any means. And like I said at the start, MRG's ability to landscape a map is up there with the best as far as I'm concerned. He does a wonderful job of it. And you come over the rise of this hill here, and you arrive on the main farm. We've got the main cattle shed there, which is huge. We'll just park up here and we'll walk around the farm from here, I think. So you can see the corn rolling off into the distance there. You can see one of the other farms down there as well. Milk load point is here, and your animal dialogue is here. Now there's a little, ever so slight little clash with the animal dialogue and the trigger. There we go. You can see open roll gate there if you move about slightly. But you have capacity here for 700 cows. It's a big old operation here. So you can unload here your straw and your food, and it's a nice pen, this. Very nice indeed. So drive through here with your tractor and get them fed. Now if we head down to the other end, so there's our truck parked up there. If we come across here, you have 3 bunkers. Now I really like this. I really like this in 22, where you can basically tip off the back end into the bunker like so, which is great. Nice way to unload. And we've got more cows here, heifers or something like that, and down here we also have pigs. You can use some pigs as well if you want to do that. Slurry point there. There's your food, there's your animal trigger, and then we have this nice mix of kind of sheds, silos. Traditional silos you'll need an auger for, and then we've got some stave silos up there we'll need a blower for, and again I'll talk about the blower in a little minute. Got some good storage here for vehicles. Also keep some supplies in here if you want to, of certain things. They're not bunkers, but you could probably tip some grain in there if you want to store it in the short term. Well, let's head out of here. There we go, we're outside the building now, and you can see you've got your grill there, or your grate, to tip into the silos, which is great. And here are your silos for making silage. So what you would need for this is a blower. I'm gonna, like I said, come back to that in a little minute, because we have one set up at another farm, so we'll have a look at it there. But again, more storage sheds here. We head down here. More cattle pens here for calves, smaller animals. And again, a couple more sheds. Again, this layout, the structure of this and the way he's laid this out is really nicely done. And then you're down to your manure and your slurry here. Tell a lie, that is just slurry, your manure is further up. So, very, very nicely put together. I'm not finished yet either. I think if we sneak through here, there is another cow pen, yes. through the other side. So, again, more space for cows here. Predominantly a dairy map, I think. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's tons of crops on it, but I love this yard. I remember this from 22 being a very nicely laid out yard. Beautifully done. I am taken with this map so far. Very nice indeed. Over the road we've got the house. A little bit more storage in there as well. In fact, a lot more storage. You've got diesel tanks there as well to fill up your vehicles. And again, more storage. Big vehicle storage shed there as well. So this really is the centerpiece of the map, this farm, and it is very nice indeed. Anyway, let's jump back into the truck and let's head to another one of the farms. Right, from the end of the road here, I think we are going to do a left and head north, because there's quite a bit to look at up there. So, let's just roll along the road here, make sure there's no traffic coming, and let's head up here. So, here we are heading up here. There is another small farm in here that we are going to roll into and just have a look at. Again, we'll go to the map and I'll give you your bearings there as to where we are. So here we are, just up here at Farmland 62. Just jump out and have a little bit of a wander around again. One thing I like about this map is the option to choose where you start. You can go big, like we did at the main farm there, or go a little bit small like this. Just a few sheds, one small silo, and your house just there. Very nice indeed. But just again, really nicely done, the way he's set that in the trees. Beautiful. Love it. And again, you can see the kind of rolling hills here and the shape of the land just sets this off brilliantly. Right, back in the truck and we'll keep heading north. Right, heading a little bit further up the highway, we have got a farm to our left there, but we'll just pull in over the right here because this is our grain sell point. Quite a big silo complex here. And a few sheds as well. We've got a weighbridge through there as well. And a few sheds on this side. Let's just check the weighbridge is working. It is not yet. So again, hopefully that will be coming soon. A few more storage points there though. A couple of containers and things like that. Nicely laid out, like I said. And then over here we have got a nice big grain complex. Wait for the traffic. And another farm. So again, you can choose how you want to farm this map. If you want to go more arable, this could well be the farm for you. Now there is propane and there is a dryer on this, but they aren't working as yet. And I don't know what MRG's plans are to introduce dry corn to this. We shall have to wait and see. But again, another rather nice big shed here. I have bought this land, so hopefully I can open this. I may need to go inside actually. Oh no, there we go. Sound missing on it at the moment. Again, like I said, this is a beta, so anything like that I will make sure I feed back to him. But it doesn't take anything away from the progress he's made so far on this. Absolutely fantastic. So nice house there. Lovely grain drying complex there. Another shed down there. Right next to the fields as well. Right, so that's us at the top corner just up here. I'm going to head over. We're going to have a look at the animal dealership and things like that. We're going to have a look at the farm in the corner here. And then we're going to come back and you can see I've got a couple of vehicles here. I just want to demonstrate the blower into the silos for you. So we're going to turn back through here, which is where we were at the other farm before, but we're going to keep going up this road here, up the hill. And we are going to arrive at the animal dealer and the farm that is tucked away in the corner. It's actually a very nice farm, the way it's tucked away in the corner. Probably something that I would consider using as my start farm, to be honest. There we go. Let's just have a look at this as well. You can see the size of the fields here, if I can get out of the bushes. They are some large fields, and they look great. They really do. So let's go along to the farm at the end first, and then we'll double back and look at the animal dealer. So here we go. Again, lovely farmhouse. Some pens there. More traditional farm building at the front there. again with another silo. Let's pull in here. Again, the layout of these farms is great. Obviously based on real life as much as you can. Some great sheds there. Like I said, this is something I would be tempted to start as a starting farm for me. Just I like the layout, I like the sheds. Got cow pen there as well. More storage here. It's just lovely. Just lovely. And just at the end there you can just see the auger for it. We've got a slurry pit down at the bottom there as well. So with all of these cows you wouldn't have any shortage. Slurry, again, another silo here that benefits from a blower. You would put your blower underneath here. And we do have a blower. We've downloaded it from BSL Modding, and I'll put a link to that in the description as well. In fact, that's where we're going to head now, and I'll demonstrate it. And then you have your conveyor here to spit out your production at the end. And again, these are productions. All of these silos are productions. So if I go into the production menu, you can see here we have harvest stores where they can make your alfalfa silage, grass silage, or your silage. No TMR, but again, we've bought a lot of these. Areas of land, so these are showing up here. Obviously, depending on what you buy, you'll have different. But alfalfa, windrow here, chaff and grass will all be converted to silage. In fact, look, we've got a little bit of grass in this one because this is the one we're about to head to. Again, an opportunity here just to look across the valley. Standard size map, of course, so everything relatively close by. But look, there's the main farm over there, and again, gives you a feel for the size of some of the fields on the map. Of course, we'll do a flyover at the end as well, which will give you an idea for them as well. Now, nestled in the trees here is the animal dealer. So let's just roll into here and have a look at this. Pretty standard stuff. We have our sell point there, our dairy sell point. Got our animal dealership here as well. You can also purchase a load of things here. So liquid fertilizer, seed, lime. Again, it looks like we've got anhydrous here as well. So I'm expecting to see that in the game at the end, hopefully. We'll see. But then back down onto the road, and let's head out to the other farm. I was just heading along the road here, and I just want to show you this. Like, it's just peppered with buildings and driveways and things that are hidden in the trees. It just has character. I've always said this about when you find a map that you like, it's because it kind of triggers something in your brain. You can't really describe it. It is just, you have a feel for it. You have a good feel for the map, and this is one of those maps for me. Let's just nip across the road there before he arrives and causes us hassle. Now we should be able to get down here to this, down this winding road. So here we are. I'm just going to drive past these vehicles for now and park up first. But again, lovely house. Slightly away from the farm there. We have got some lovely big storage sheds here for vehicles. A couple of small storage silos there for crops, but again, you can get a lot of vehicles in there, which is great. Some smaller sheds over there as well, and then again, another big shed over there. We've got a small cow barn here as well, so you could have yourself a smaller small holding offering here. It still holds 500 cows, so wow, that does not look like it would hold 500. Now, this is the thing that I wanted to show you. We have got here this little blower. So what you need to do with these is basically set this blower. There we go. Now this is the International 56 blower, and you can find this in the miscellaneous category under here, and there we go, International 56. And like I said, this is available from BSL Modding. I will put a link to his itch.io page in the description, so you can go and grab this and use it. But basically, you need to attach this to a tractor. We need to turn this tractor on. There we go. And then we need to go around and tip into it. Simple as that. Now I need to turn this tractor on as well. And let's roll forward. and roll back until you see the trigger. You have to be quite accurate with it. Need to switch to my trailer too for the trigger. There we go. And then you just tip, and it should fire this up and into the silo, and that is exactly what is happening. So, yeah, that's how you work that out. And like I said, I'll put a link so you can download this in the description and let it run on your farm while you go and collect your crops. Right, that's us at this farm here. What we're going to do is head back down highway. We're going to stop at the animal dealer, and then we're going to look at this final farm here. So here we are on the highway again. Now, if you can see the final farm just there. We have the town just here, which is basically a collection of houses. Now, there aren't any productions on this map, but I did think you could remove one or two of the houses, and there's a couple of smaller fields there where you could repurpose those as productions should you want to. But here we go. Here is the dealership. Again, I love the fact that he's laid out some vehicles in the yard there to make it look like it's used. Actually, I spotted there is another farm down here as well, which I completely missed off. So there you go. We've also got our market garden place there to sell. And if we head up there, you're into the town. Not much worth seeing in there, just some houses. But we have another farm down here as well, which I completely missed altogether. So let's have a quick look around this as well. Lovely red buildings here. Fuel tanks there at the front. Again, the house. A nice mixture of buildings. Big shed out of the back there with more cows in it. Now these ag bags. Again, at the moment, these are just placed down. These will have functionality in the end. MRG is going to update these so you can tip into them and you can extract from them, so they will turn your grass, your alfalfa, into silage as well. So I'm excited to see those. I think that's a nice touch. And again, doing things a little bit differently, maybe a little bit more authentically to this area of the world, which is nice to see. So there you go, another farm there. Now let's head back up here again. Just gives you an idea for the size of some of these fields. They're not particularly small fields, so you can have a play. You can certainly have some smaller equipment if you want to, but you can also roll out some of the big guns if that is your thing too. There's definitely enough scope for both. I would suggest maybe some of the farmyards will make it tight for big machinery, but other than that, the field's definitely crying out for it. And you could potentially play, you know, contractor on one of the bigger farms, or just run your own going concern down here. But here we go, final farm. This is a really nice farm as well. I think I played a little bit on this in 22. A nice mixture of sheds, some of the old, some of the new. Things like old vehicles lying around, and that decoration, he did say he was going to add a little bit more decoration around the place as well, so enhance it even more than it is already. Look at that. The red lizard. Look at that. Haven't seen one of them for a while. But yeah, bales stacked in the yard. Many different sheds. An older stave silo there as well. I'm not sure again if that is placeable or decoration or will be working in the final one. But nice to see one of the old concrete silos there. This is your cow shed here. The new silo. Lots of corn ready to harvest as soon as you kick off the game, so bear that in mind. Birds flying over as well. Herons everywhere. Wow. So there you go. That is the final farm. Looking really, really nice. And in general, this map is looking really, really good. I am properly taken with this. As you know, I've been quite honest about my struggles for motivation with 25 yet. I've just been waiting for the right thing to come along, and it seems like it's been taking ages for that to happen. But this could be one of those maps that changes all that. So, on that note, I'll leave you with a nice little cinematic overview of the map, and I will see you again very soon. Like I said, this is available for download, but it is a beta, so if you spot stuff that's wrong, let him know on Facebook. I'll put all of the links in the description. This is about working together to get this map to be the best it can and helping MRG get there. So, on that note, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.